Amazon Helix Headquarters. If you go by market capitalization, Amazon is the third largest company in the world, but that's not the only prestigious thing about Amazon. The company also used to be led by the second richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos. And yet, even those aren't the only remarkable things about Amazon. One more remarkable thing about the company is its planned company headquarters. You may think, well, the third biggest company in the world should have a simply astounding headquarters, but that isn't true for many companies. Saudi Aramco, for example, is the second largest company in the world by some distance, yet even BMW has a way cooler headquarters. So yes, Amazon's planned headquarters threatens to be a big deal, and in this video, we'll be taking you through it. First off, Amazon currently has a very high-tech and aesthetically pleasing headquarters. Their current headquarters is in Seattle and is a large, sprawling campus. While most of the campus is nothing spectacular, a part of it is a dream to behold. This part recently saw the addition of 3 steel and glass biodomes, the tallest and most central of which stands over 5 stories tall. The biodomes are filled with a wide variety of plants and are a welcome infusion of nature in the urban jungle that Seattle could be. However, it appears that Amazon has plans to leave this campus and move, or rather build a new one, and it appears that the plans Amazon has for their new headquarters are huge. How huge? Well, how huge is $2.5 billion? Yes, that's exactly what this new megastructure / mega campus / all-around behemoth of a headquarter is going to cost. And what's more, it's all going to be worth it. That's if everything goes according to Amazon's plans anyway. Amazon has been mulling over this plan for about a year or so, and they finally made plans for their new campus available in late January. The plans, as expected, were huge and contained grand ideas. However, the one standout feature of the entire campus was a unique structure called the Helix. It would be a 350 feet tall office tower that also doubles as a spiraling vertical forest that features outdoor walkways with trees and plants that twist up to the top of the building. If you think it looks and sounds like something right out of a futuristic movie, well, that's what we think too. And to put the height of this thing in perspective, it's going to be taller than the Statue of Liberty, the Big Ben, and will be just as long as a football pitch. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty huge. The shape of the building will resemble the shape of the double helix and is meant to touch on humanity's innate connection to nature. So technically, it would be an extremely long strand of DNA that would be adorned by flowers and nature. You would be hard-pressed to find any piece of architecture that symbolizes the coming together of humanity and nature more than this. So what will the helix be? Will it be Jeff Bezos' private work pad? Would it be the location of some crafty evil laboratory? Well, according to official records, no. It'll serve as an alternative workspace for Amazon's employees. However, it will be open to members of the public on at least 2 weekends every month. This is no surprise, as Amazon's present headquarters and its attendant biodomes are open to members of the public on selected weekends as well. The structure will be constructed by an architectural firm called NBBJ. According to the lead architect of NBBJ, the focus of the building was to connect people to nature. The design, according to him, was made to symbolize nature and science. Basically, NBBJ is looking to build a series of indoor atriums and gardens that isn't a conservatory or a place you can visit, but a place you can go and work. If the plans for the Helix are approved by Arlington County, construction on the site will start in 2022. The company hopes that they will be completed by 2025. The Helix may be a huge building, but it's certainly not enough for Amazon to call a headquarters. As expected, there are many other buildings in the complex that Amazon plans to call home in 2025. The Helix, combined with 3 other office buildings at the site called Penn Place, would create roughly 2.8 million square feet of office space. Aside from office space, which is already a lot, Amazon plans to set aside more than 2.5 acres of open spaces accessible to the public. There would also be an amphitheater designed for outdoor concerts and other activities, as well as green space. And that won't be all. According to Amazon, the complex would include retail pavilions and restaurants, in addition to other community spaces, such as a child care center, a dog run, and a food truck area. The outdoor plazas will host mobile food vendors and farmers markets. The retail space will also see restaurants and shops move in at ground level. You're probably thinking, this thing is starting to look like an entire neighborhood. Well, that's precisely what Amazon wants it to look like. They believe that if they do it right, you wouldn't know you're on Amazon property. That's because the vast majority of the complex would be accessible to the public. But it isn't going to be a regular neighborhood. According to Amazon, this neighborhood prioritizes walkways, landscaping, and retail over motor vehicles. There will be protected bike lanes in the streets near the office buildings to encourage the use of bikes. The network of walkways and pedestrian spaces will be large enough to accommodate up to 950 bikes. Car parking and docking will be largely regulated to the underground, which will keep the area free of service and delivery vehicles. Interestingly, the entire place will be expected to run almost entirely on renewable energy that would be generated at a solar farm about 200 miles away in Southern Virginia. That's not the only sustainable feature of the campus. It will also have a system that recycles rainwater and will make use of natural ventilation. The buildings will be designed in such a way that maximizes the amount of sunlight that enters the building, thus reducing the amount of artificial lighting needed in the buildings. So far, Amazon's new headquarters sounds fantastic, and it is. If everything goes well, the complex will be open to the public in 2025 and we'll be able to see the beauty of it all in real life. Wouldn't that be amazing? That's it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, and have a great day.